Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that bell notification for all your breaking news, coin updates, blockchain technology, and information and laws and regulations as we head into the cashless society, as I'm being repeatedly censored and suppressed by the powers that be that are trying to restrict this information. So it's very important to push us through the YouTube algorithm. Hit that like button, comment down below, hit the bell notification, and share this channel far and wide to stay up to date on all the breaking news. Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. And on this Sunday morning, before the market opens, later on this evening, the weekly market opens, I believe this is going to be a highly volatile week in the cryptos, as I think there's going to be lots of price action movement as the Fed continued to tighten last week and the equity markets continued to sell off, and we're pushing into crisis mode as we get deeper and deeper. And this is a dire warning from a crypto and XRP insider that this economic crisis is getting near the breaking point with the Fed rate hikes, the central banks around the world, and what's going on in the debit and credit markets. We're going to have a dire crisis here, and this is getting very, very close. And you can see the US dollar is skyrocketed to 113. The gold market's getting hammered. The silver market's getting hammered. The stock market, the equity markets have been slaughtered. In the last couple of weeks, the Dow is now below 30,000. The NASDAQ is threatening to go below 11,000, right? And the Standard & Poor's Index, where do I have that on here? I don't know what I did with it. The Standard & Poor's Index is getting very, very low too. These are all down 20%, if not getting close to being a little bit more. And this is going to cascade as the dollar continues to climb near 120. This is going to continue to cascade this financial crunch. And you can see XRP right now is sitting and consolidating right where we thought we would have our initial major upper resistance, is this blue trading area. You see that? And you see this nice consolidation now. Now, one of two things are going to happen after this consolidation. Option one is you have a big explosion from this consolidation, right? You could say you got a mini consolidation up there, which you do, and then you could come zoom in on this and go, you could take this and say this is kind of what could happen. From where it broke out at support, you bring it up to this consolidation to the point of the potential breakout, which would be right in here. And you can see that would get you all the way up here in a very, very big move, a very big, very massive pump would get you up here near 68 cents, right? And then if we zoomed out into the 4 hour, actually we need to go out longer, to the daily time frame, you can see where that would get you, and that gets you way up here to major upper resistance. Look at all this resistance you have. You have a lot of trapped people up here in the macro time frame, right? A lot of people trapped there, right? And if you take just a local volume indicator range, look what you got going on right here. From when you had the big pump, we can go from the swing low even to the big pump right there. See all that? There's a big wall of sellers that are line up right here at the top part of this blue support zone at 66 to 68 cents. And if we even isolate a little bit closer and get rid of it right there, and we just go look at this area right here, see what's going on up there? Look at all that. See that? See how you got a big wall? No matter how you look at it, there's a big wall of sellers up here and a big wall of sellers up in here. But there's this area up here, I believe this old peak right here would get you rejected, where this big heavy wall of sellers are up there, right? I don't think you would get up into here. I deleted it, but up into that secondary wall up there, I don't think you would get up there. And I think eventually this thing's going to come down fast, and it's going to come down hard, and it's going to come down quick, right? So that's option one on a bullish consolidation to get you up to 68 cents. And that would be a very big pump from current price-ish. You're at about 50 cents. That would be another 34, 35, 36% pump, right? And that is possible. The rejection or bearish scenario here, as we work our way into the futures market opens, is the wall of sellers where you're at now in this consolidation are just too great, and you slip these moving averages. Remember the other day how we talked on Friday or Saturday, might have been yesterday, we said these moving averages would start to trend up into 3 and the 4 hour. Look at the 200 day now, it's above 37 cents. And in the next few hours, it's going to trend up like that. And you can see the 50 is trended up just below the price, and the 100 is splitting the difference as it should do. Now, what you would see in a bearish scenario is it's just too much overhead sell pressure there. The momentum has started to die. You can see the volume down here starting to subtly come down now. You see that? You see it starting to come to the downside. But it's in a sideways consolidation, so that could be neutral. But if the volume continues to trend down like that, that's telling you that the momentum is starting to die out. And then you could slip down to the 100-day, come back, retest the blue support zone, then get rejected. Then you come down to the 200-day, that would be about here. And then you could trade back up into this overhead resistance. And then you come down all the way to the 37 cents, and it looks something like this. Right? And then you come down to the 37 cents, and that's a major underneath support, because if you broke that, you would come down to this 32 and then the 29, and then that would be a cascading effect on the next time you came down to this major support levels that you kept getting bounced off of in the red support box. The next time down, I believe you're going to flush that, and you're coming all the way down to this underneath target at 18 to 22 cents or 18 to 20 cents in XRP, because that is a major underneath target that we've had since the XRP price was at $1.50-ish, and that 12-month long, 13-month long symmetrical triangle consolidation after you had your massive pump that initiated the bull market that was in up here, right? And we had that as once you broke over here, the big fall would come, and the big fall did come. And now you're doing these local consolidations, and you can see something that had a similar type pump recently. It was actually more ferocious. It was Luna Classic. But you can see how high it came up, and now look what it's doing. It's doing its step down, right? And eventually this will come all the way back down to the mean, because this is Luna Classic, and it's just a junk garbage pump and dump coin, right? And you're just trying to make quick profits, and then you get out. But this is something like what all these coins are doing. They're getting very oversold, so then they get these localized massive pumps, right? And you can see Algo's even done it recently. Algo's had a beautiful pump from its major underneath support at 22 cents, and now it's trying to pump back up. And you can see where its overhead resistance is. It's major. There's a major one up here at about, let's get rid of that ugly little dot. And let's put a price label up here so next time I can just say it. You can see you got major upper resistance at about the 51 cents, right? But it's coming into some heavy overhead resistance on this green support box. And if we zoom into Algo a little bit to the daily, or we are in the daily, to the 2-hour time frame, you can see it's doing the same thing as XRP. It's having a major consolidation here, which it should, because this is an area of major trading and major buyers and sellers that are trying to force the market down, while at the same time there's still residual momentum from the pump that you had down here. But what you're looking at here is if you come back and tag to 35 cents, you want to hold that as support, and then you could try to make another reload and come back to the upside, right? You get bearish if you slip this 35 cents, because then you're likely to start to trade back down into the areas of 27, 28 cents, which is a last area of major support before a bigger fall in Algorand. But right now, you want to hold this 35 cent level as major support, and then you need to breach this bottom part of this green area at about 39.5 cents to get really bullish. You want to tag it, hold it as support, and then continue to the upside. And Algo, so that's what we're looking at there. You can see Bitcoin has remained very bearish over the weekend as some of these smaller coins have pumped. Bitcoin has continued to remain in a tight, constricting consolidation, which is telling me there's a massive move coming in crypto, there's a massive move coming in Bitcoin, and there's a massive move coming in the equity markets as we head on in towards the mid to late fall and getting near the end of the year. And you can see the Bitcoin price, what everyone's concerned about. You can see we're sitting at this major support and resistance zone, the top part of this area of 20,000, the old all-time high when we came back to retest it and finally broke through it. on the COVID pump of 2020, right? Or yeah, 2020. And you can see that it's been holding. That's where you got your first area of major support the first time, even though you dipped a little bit below it down to about 17,791. But you're trying to hold it again. And if you can hold it again, you could make a run up towards the 200-day moving average up there at about 26, 27, 28,000. But if you slip that, you're going to tag the 16,593. And that would be a major area that if you broke, you could see back here when you're looking at this. Look how quick the price ran up through this from about the, where is that? The 11,000 and a half, ran all the way up here to about 20,000. It just ran right through it. See that? You scorched right through it and ran right through it. That's telling me on the way down, you would do something like this. On the way down, if you broke this area, you would come straight down before you get some more consolidation and some buying like you had back there. And that's what I'm watching out for in the Bitcoin price. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing to you, all of you beautiful, lovely, glowing people. Peace and love.